Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
And we're back here for game number 2 of our best of 3 between Danish Bears and Polarity Dota 2 in our European qualifier for ESL One Frankfurt 2016. I'm Toby1. I'm joined by Modpacks as we are going in already. And this draft is looking something of a familiar sight, Modpacks.
Yep, not too much difference so far. I really like this Alchemist Night Stalker ban. I mean, it's so simple. Like, it's very targeted, but it's just a fact that Danish Bears, like, that's where they've seen the most success. So, hey, look who it is! It's your little buddy!
It's me! Oh.
Earth Spirit.
They were listening to you.
But now you also get, like, the wonderful combo from Lil. So, the downside about Zeus in mid, obviously, is he's very easy to gank and very difficult to control the runes. You have an Earth Spirit and OD. OD, the greatest hero for setting up a gank in mid. And an Earth Spirit, the greatest hero to also, 1, set up, or 2, follow up on the setup.
So do you think they banned out the Skywrath Mage? I mean, they just banned out the Clinks.
I don't think they care about the Skywrath Mage, honestly. Skywrath Mage really worked because it stopped the Faceless Void on the lane. Like, that's what I think. Now, I was thinking about that game as well on the break. Why did Skywrath Mage work so well in that matchup? Like, originally you think, yeah, Skywrath Mage is good because you can silence up the OD. He doesn't do as much damage. Really what made the Skywrath Mage work so well is just the damage they get to inflict into the Faceless Void. It's like the one support here that could actually help to zone out, because it was also a Clinks and Skywrath Mage. So you did a lot of damage in a short space of time, which then sustained into the Faceless Void. There's very few combos in all of Dota which is capable of doing that similar thing. So, yeah.
Tell you one thing, I wouldn't mind seeing a nice defensive support for the Zeus, because that's an Earth Spirit, and I mean that's typically someone who's going to be hanging around that mid lane quite a bit now. Last time, I believe, in that same game with the Skywrath Mage, they did go for an Earthshaker, and that's exactly what they did. They ran him a lot in the mid lane, like he was kind of hovering there, which is what you expect from that position 5 Earthshaker, and they did do that to a win up against Vega Squadron, so I've got to imagine that's something they're thinking about right now.
I'm going to take out the Chen instead. I almost feel like DB's going to try and slow the pace of this game down by picking up that Zeus. Just make the mid lane a full trade lane, and get better timings out of your jungle hero. Then again, who the hell is your jungle hero? Your Enchantress and your Chen is gone. You don't want to be drafting an Enigma into this game. Like, his Black Hole will never get off with the Earth Spirit in the field.
5 seconds remaining.
Frickin' Ronaldo's going to kick you from the 50-meter line.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh man, I'm pretty excited to see a little Earth Spirit. I don't think I've ever got to cast this Earth Spirit, but it is definitely one of the better ones that's out there. So, pretty shocking that the Bears do let it through, especially because they even got the OD on the first pick and then went back for it. But it looks like the Bears aren't really comfortable running the old Earth Spirit. I don't think it's something I've seen from them.
I think they're also really scared about letting them have both Beastmaster and OD again. Like, actually having that, was that them in the last game? Oh boy. You know that time when I was saying, oh, I'm really remembering a hell of a lot of things that are happening.
There has to be a certain duration until it's passed, I guess, you know, and then you'll remember. Like 3 years ago, piece of cake.
Yeah.
10 minutes ago, not so much.
In the last game, yeah, it was in the last game. It was in our. It wasn't even in our Diggity game. It was Zeus and Beastmaster in the Diggity game. It was in the hands of Praise. Yeah, we didn't even have that combo tonight. I don't know what I'm thinking of.
It's okay. It's all right.
Yeah.
So it still makes sense, though. I mean, Beastmaster's also a very legit hero.
Yes.
Someone who's been shown to be, especially when, like, you just saw Lil run the, 4-position Doom. So there's no reason why you couldn't be thinking the exact same kind of a strategy with the Beastmaster as well. So I wouldn't want to be leaving those options open. Speaking of which, surprised they didn't ban the Doom.
Hello. Defensive hero synergizes nicely with the Zeus, because Zeus will be building into a Veil in this game. There's a lot of pop damage they've got available at their hands, while actually having that saving hero you were asking for.
They might be looking for heavy nukes as well as like kind of a guard up against the Io. But then again, they could have went for like a disruptor or something at the same time. It just means that like Zeus is really good against Io, and they combo that up with the Purifying Flames. If Polarity wanted to go into something like that, because it is something they've obviously, going to be very potent with the current player lineup that we see. All right, they're going to do it.
There it is.
I think that's worth, even though they have the burst.
Yeah. Dude, I don't even think that even cares. If you use the burst on the eye, you can be really, really happy. Because I'm looking at another lineup from Danish Bears, which isn't great at illusion clearing. And I'm not going to count Arc Lightning as great at illusion clearing. Because I'm looking for a CK instead of the Ursa this time around, because Ursa was obviously banned.
Oh yeah, no, they're definitely going for it, I'm sure.
And there's the ES again from Ace. So they're going to stick with their strategy. They're going to stick with the now support Shaker. It means we're missing our last number one here, the last one position here. While Polarity had 2 more cores to grab. If I was Polarity in this game, like I'd still look towards the... Well, Chaos Knight was an obvious one, but the last one being a lone druid. Such strength, such power, such long sustained damage. Just perfect to, exactly what you want up against an Oracle.
Man, if they don't ban lone druid here, oh, that would be a total disaster. Like, it's still so good for Polarity, because they're gonna need obviously Earthshaker has to sit mid. He's a guard the Zeus from the Earth Spirit who's roaming in. It's an Io CK wherever they want. Assuming that that'll actually be in the safe lane, because that's more of like your Io CK kind of a deal. It's not really Io tiny. Just get as much farm on the CK as you can, and they can just dumpster a Beastmaster. So yeah, they have to ban LD. There's no choice.
Yeah. Who else do they take? That last offlaner.
I just go to Darks here, honestly. Earth Spirit, Chaos Knight, Io.
I can see that work. Yeah, I can see how that could work.
Even Tidehunter's fine too, right? It doesn't even matter. Like, whatever Danish Bears ban or pick for themselves here. Like, there's so many good options left for Polarity. For the Bears, that's the logical ban for them.
Yeah, they're worried about the more of those illusion clearers. Danish Bears may even try and go for something else, which is a little bit more elusive.
Yeah, for sure.
Phantom Lancer is still in the pool.
Ember would be the other big one.
Oh yeah, Ember would be nice. I was thinking like a hero that could dodge Chaos Bolt, and also could escape after the OD does the imprisonment.
Yeah, that makes sense here. I wonder if they... Yeah, they've run it in the past, so shouldn't be too much of an issue.
Okay.
Reserve time.
Oh man, again though, these lanes. I'm pretty worried for DB already.
I'd also be really worried too, because Polarity like to run the CK IO as a dual offlane. Actually, no, that was Team Spirit that did that 2 days ago, and it completely screwed the lanes up. It worked perfectly for them, but it's like, okay, so what do we do? Well, we pick up, I think it was that was when they ran the Ember safe lane. When the Ember safe lane was run, they switched the CK IO to the top lane, and the Ember couldn't do anything. Like, literally nothing. And then the roaming support just, wandered around the place. And, Gyrocopter, you tried to call his picking multiple times tonight.
I kept getting banned out, yeah.
And now he gets through as the final one.
No, that's pretty good. Definitely more defensive in case they do try something like that with the aggressive Io and the CK. He can have a little bit more staying power in the lane, not be forced out in those earlier levels. And then you still get a little bit of the AoE, not quite as good. But obviously you have it a lot earlier on. Then you're going to have like the Battle Fury or something for that Ember Spirit. And maybe they can win themselves. Like, you get a little bit behind, you get a nice call down, counter initiation at the tier 1 mid or something, and things start turning around. So stable. Slightly, but I'm still very concerned for the Beastmaster, as well as even the Zeus.
I don't want to call what's in my head, because I think if I do, I'm going to sound like a fool, but hey, I'm always a fool, so I'm thinking Nyx Assassin as their offlaner. Just to leech experience, and then just look for that mid-game timing to start murdering everyone. I still think you need to have really good regeneration survivability against the Oracle. And you probably do still want to have the mech hero, so I think your Darkseer pick is pretty much on point. But it's just hovering in the back of my mind right now that Polarity don't have a... Yeah, well done. They don't have a setup or any kind of vision gainer for the IOCK to go to work. The Broodmother has regeneration, He has great lane presence, and he has the ability to reveal out most things around the dire jungle. Send out a couple of spy links to scout, and you're all good.
It is kind of interesting, though. It's like, it's almost like a challenge for them. Like, oh, let's pick Brood into Zeus, Beastmaster, Gyro, Earthshaker. Like, those are all heroes that have some decent abilities to help up against the Brood.
It has to be pure laning presence. Like, that's got to be the play right now. Like, when you pick up a Broodmother in this game, you're right, like, Danish Bears counter her beautifully. But, if you can win on laning, the CK is going to walk over everything.
Remaining.
He needs to be able to keep Rise on the top lane, because Neuer cannot stand up there by himself up against the Broodmother. I think that's the weakness they're trying to exploit.
Yeah, they could do either. It's pretty rare to see like these like safe lane Broods, so I'm just gonna assume they're not gonna do it. But it is like on the rating side, we have talked about that weaker safe lane tower. That honestly, if you went like safe lane Brood and forced that down early and just opened up the rating side of the map to help deny with the Roshan from
Actually, it would be so good.
DB.
Like,
Yeah.
Broodmother would actually have kill potential on that lane. Like, yeah, you might be able to kill off an Oracle. But if you can keep that Beastmaster down, even if you spread your webs up so you can go around that tier 1 tower in the bottom lane and go up to the camp that he's farming, that would actually be, like, so next level of, like, aids.
Yeah, it would be way too deep. It's fine. They can just play it the more standard way, and that's where DK Phobos will head up right away.
Yeah, he's up to the top lane. Meanwhile, DB, they're going to move
I like
together.
this.
How many wards
This
they
is
coming
so,
with?
like, I don't know. This is so standard tier 2 dire side team, though. This is like every single team in like that tier 2 kind of a region of teams that go for this, but we'll see if they get caught out by it.
Smoke
Who gets the
over.
lead?
Pasha will come close off, the smoke's going to break. And, well, with Fortune's end, Pasha tries to cut through the tree line to get back up. There'll be the tether. So they get a little bit of this, but the fissure perfectly positioned from Rise, but Pasha, the consumables, as she was the fairy fire over on the IO, but it wasn't enough at the end of the day. And the imprisonment at least keeps Ace away from the fight, but a tether away from the IO with the boulder from the Earth Spirit will let the IO get all the way back to the tier 1 tower and out to safety. So yes, you kill off the CK. Congratulations to DB. Now it's time to get into the laning phase.
Yeah, that's nice. It's a good start at the very least, so they get what they want, they get their ward down.
They got
And CK.
imprisonment as the first thing that OD had to go for as well.
Ooh, they don't secure both runes, though.
The battle
That's a little bit
begins.
unfortunate with Earthshaker wanting to come back and block.
Yeah, I think they understood too, like, securing a rune up against an OD and a Broodmother is next to impossible. Like, you get imprisonment or Broodmother will just sit inside the web. But they should still be very happy. Like, you get first blood over on the Zeus, plus he gets the bounty rune. You're already up at 475 gold for a hero that went Null Talisman as his first item.
Yeah, Rise, just with that pressure in the mid lane, trying to use his clarity to its advantage. There we go. Don't want to waste it.
He knows what they're looking for. Even his fissure spacing hit the wave
Ooh,
perfectly.
almost dusted.
Do they have enough? Rocket barrage up in 1 second time. Yep, they do. Phobos dies on the off lane.
Yeah, that's just a mistake. Like Phobos, early on, obviously before level 2, you're tending to want to be hopping on these trees, and he even had. I guess now he knows what the sentry is, but
He didn't see it.
Didn't see it?
He didn't see it. He's gonna get rid of his sentry. You're like, what? No.
Oh, disaster.
That's actually terrible for him.
Oh my god,
Oh,
he did it
lost
again!
both of them. Ah! Frustration level is gonna be rising. Meanwhile, on bottom lane, Hesed Joe, he is being chased down and looks like he'll die. Tries to make a break for the tree line, turns to attack the IO at the last point.
This
So
looks
keeping
familiar.
the chase going.
Dire's
Jeez,
bottom
Lil had to
tower
come up
is
top.
under
He's
attack.
like, Phobos, man, what is going on? Like, I am here for you.
They're dropping another sentry so they can see Phobos. The boulder will come forward. Neuer, he still has his dust to bubble as Phobos. He just gets nuked down. And now Lil's probably going to die as well. He got Rocket Barrage up and it's still another 5 seconds before he's able to boulder himself out. So Lil, Neuer, there's no mana for another hit. It's the same thing. Oh, actually, he boulders short range. Purify consumption won't be enough. Ace needs one more attack. He's got it. He's got 3 kills on a freaking gyrocopter safe lane. They've rotated him death.
Really surprised Lil didn't go for the like east roll.
But is out of consumables as well. He TP's to the lane. He's already at half life.
Yeah, Ace just played that right. He didn't even have his boots purchased at that time. But I guess maybe Lil figured he could have got onto either side of the roll there. But yeah, Fiend kills left, right, center. Styles, Tangos, Sentries, all gone. Nothing left for this 130 gold Broodmother.
Their upside is Pasha still has 1 kill to his name, even if it's not flawless, because he got their first death. But it's the farming CK and the farming OD. You got OD at 18-5 now in the CS. Like, Pingvet can't do much about it, but you've also got to think about like what's being committed in this mid lane. Like, Ryze has spent a lot of time in this mid lane. And they haven't really gotten enough for it. Like, they haven't got a single kill on the OD, and they're not actually really restricting Apo from getting his CS.
Well, Lil's just like not even giving them the pleasure of attempting mid just because the Earthshaker's there, so obviously too risky for him. And the thing about Earthshaker is though he can't rotate like at all. The second he leaves the lane, it's gonna be really obvious. He moves so slow because he's not even gonna go for the boots, right? So that is rough.
I asked the question, who is the... Okay, there we go. I was like, who is meant to be the 5th position right now? If there was a debate between, like, Ryze and Neuer, it took them 40 seconds before they made that courier flying. And that was a flying courier which was holding onto the bottle of the Zeus. It still ends up arriving at the right time.
Get the bounty rune top, they're going to hold that regen bottom. And just because there's no one really there to contest it, as Hester Joe has wisely left the bottom lane this time. I like this. No point being down there. Don't feed them anything else. Just be happy with your jungling. Iron Talon up, get into the boots, get your level 6, and try and capitalize on everything that Ace has garnered top.
Regeneration.
Oh, they actually end up giving it to Ryze. Almost feels like they're giving him the rune for the sake of having a rune. Like, Pingvek really would have wanted to have that bottled up. Like, Pingvek could have actually given his bottle over to Ryze. Done it that way.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going anyway, but Phobos living up here already up to level 4, so things turning around very quickly for him. Much harder for Noya to start punishing him now, and so it's good that he got it in early, but as an Oracle, obviously, you're not going to be like maxing out Fortune's End or anything ridiculous like that. Not that it would really help, it only goes to 180, so pretty much free reign now, other than Ace and his flat cannon shots.
It is the kind of stupid thing though, right? Like, Phobos dies 2 times over. How do I now zone him out? Well, the Sentry battle is over. They've all timed out. So Phobos pretty much is his free reign of this top lane again. He just gets farm CS, he can move over into the dire jungle because his webs are starting to expand further east. So he'll just start farming that up. Noya can't clean this out. And the gyrocopter, like flank cannon or not, like, he can't stop that.
It is good that they at least will like heavily slow down. Like, let's say it's gonna be that Midas has been pretty popular lately, coming in on the Brood.
Lil's being the dick. I tried to go for... Wait, hang on. Oh, your reality rifted the ball. Wait, did he just stop the reality rift halfway through because Hester Joe got out halfway, like, too far?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Lil was also a bit of a pain in the ass. He went up and farmed the big centaur and left the small centaur behind for the Beastmaster. So if Hester Joe thinks he's going to get a full camp of farm there, he's not going to.
Oh, nice block by Ryze. Is this worth though? Oh, nice. He's going to get it. Good stuff.
He denied the rune, but all it does is just deny the double damage. Apo still has friends coming over, and with the kick, he needs 2 more attacks, but another great fissure from Ryze. Noya starts with the Fortune's End. They go for the first lightning bolt. Arc Lightning is still vulnerable here from the Zeus, but is actually being healed up by the Purifying Flames, and Lil so low. Okay, get away from this creep wave. He's got level 6. He needs mana.
Oh, someone help this man.
He needs mana. Give him a TP scroll so we can go back or something.
Yeah, they don't have one.
And already, like, the Earth Spirit denied himself, so it doesn't matter. Like, he denied himself to the Ancients, but... that's gotta be frustrating.
Yeah, that's a little bit depressing.
Lil's already back at mid. They do the bottle refresh play. And then prepare to attack into Rise. Rise has the Dire Observe ward up though, so he knows exactly what's happening.
They definitely would have that kill on Pinkman too, if that roll had hit out of the Astral. And that's kind of what tipped that whole thing into like Lil having to deny himself and everything, but in the end, doesn't matter all too much.
New ward up on bottom lane so they can see Hester Joe. Reality, man, Pasha keeps doing this stuff on the boards. He really hates that movement control. Only a 1 second stun. Now he goes Reality Rift again. Triggered Phantasm for this fight. The Fortune's there. They go in for the Raw. And a call down rotation arriving from Ace with a flank hand damage. Combining it up. Oh! Wasn't enough. There's still a 1-for-1 trade-off. Chaos Knight having a bit of a hard time. Tries to inflict more damage, but he actually couldn't.
Top tower is under attack.
He wasn't capable of attacking anymore. Thanks to the Fate's Edict. He got disarmed. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah, that was a nice little play. And good rotation from Ace, right? This is your ideal early rotations from your Gyrocopter. Unfortunately, it is up against a Broodmother, so certainly going to be punished more than a lot of other offlaners. You can see just grabbing the creep wave behind the tower. Going to allow DK Phobos to catch back up into this game, and we've seen so many dangerous games from him on his Broodmother over time. Lil coming in here, but they have vision.
They're TPing more help in. CK is arriving, the IO, Earth Spirit's in the neighborhood. Is Master Bore up or not? Reality Rift's going to force Ace underneath the tower with a 1 second stun. There's no save with the kick catching out too. All in the way outside the call down, keeping Lil alive. But Ace did way too close to the sun on that point.
Yeah, that was like extremely questionable. Just gets Reality Rifted into the tower. I don't know what he thought was gonna happen. Like
maybe he underestimated the range of Reality Rift.
Oh, relocate mid, but a little off the mark.
Yeah, Pasha won't reach him in time. Well, actually, well, I'm gonna take it back. Rise is dead. Chaos Knight will find the kill. The relocate out. Aphro's gonna lose his life for it, however. But at the same time, Ping, like, you commit your ultimate, what do you really get? You take out no deep, that's great. He was the highest CSer on the board. The Chaos Knight's getting more and more kills, there's armlet starting to appear, and Phobos just took your top tier 1 tower. Which means he can aggressively move into your jungle and take over your economy.
Yeah, it's kind of sick, like you were calling for the Nyx Assassin, right? But we're getting a lot of the same stuff here out of this Broodmother, where she can roam around at least this whole section. She's going for that early Orchid, so looking to get involved in the kills, trying to set up for these relocate ganks, and this is going to be a very nice controlling of the map from Polarity coming to this mid game. And again, Hester Joe, like this Beastmaster, he can't quite get those pushes going that you like, you know, where he groups up with people and starts actually heading into these towers. But the draft that they've gone for here, like, how do you take this bottom tower and try and open up this jungle for yourselves as DB?
You don't really. What you do is you counter-initiate every single team fight. There's no other real way around it. Like, you can get pickups here and there, but everything else is counter-initiation. That's why the Blink Dagger on Rise is such a critical item for him to achieve as well. Until he's got that, he can't take anyone by surprise, and the only way he gets around it is if Phobos takes this huge army of spires that he's currently got, puts it smack bang on top of himself, and then allows the Earthshaker to jump.
That's pretty much it. That's pretty much the only way he gets a Blink Dagger is if they walk on top of him and he hits R. Pretty sure that's kind of the game here. It'll be a smoke up.
Ace, kick, Boulder in forward as well, and he's already down. Huge amount of Spider's going to go his way thanks to the call down. The Fidget came from Rise, but he has no real follow-up until now. CK relocate over. Only a 2-second stun, and you've got the Fortune's End, allowing Rise a little bit more time to survive. But he still pops from it, and they go for more. They understand it. Wait. Okay. Yeah. Relocate half. I'm like, wait, what did he take back with him? But, yeah, he didn't take anything. And they actually get a kick over on Pinkman too. Oh my god. What use of a Phantasm. Raw or not, that's a 4-second stun the Pinkman can't get away from. And Lil's control play made Hester Joe actually think he could go in for more. It's a triple kill for Pasha. It's the back of a fresh armlet. And now they can actually go for Ace 2. Defensive imprisonment. Pasha's still got this Phantasm up. It'll last for like 2 more seconds. But in comes the IO, taking a little bit too much damage from the tower. He can stick charge now, or earn up, and pick up the rune. He gets a regeneration rune, himself and Pasha will be looking great. Double damage for top river. Lil's got no life whatsoever, so he has to TP back.
The tower. They're just gonna lose top for free.
Ah, Brood.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Wow. All right.
Okay, so Polarity can feed how many kills on the top lane and still win?
I don't know. This is the Radiant side of the map right now. Slightly larger than the Dire. I thought we had, you know, this asymmetrical map is really getting out of hand.
Shelob's cousins.
Oh, it's so rough. There's your slight observer ward here. I'll try and keep track of the Brood. I like this one here from the Radiant though.
But the Brood's now got an Orchid. Like, the Brood
Yeah.
can solo kill Noya if he runs forward. Like, Noya doesn't have any detection. Like, he's got dust and sentries, but none of them are down, so he doesn't know when Phobos is right on top of him until he's initiated on. I can't believe how much Pasha got out of that. He's now got a full drum. Like, it's a 13-minute CK with full drums, an armlet, wand, and treads.
I'm gonna try a roar up top, but we have to relocate. I'm kind of concerned. Are they gonna go?
Wait for it. Detection? No, they got the kill already.
Guess they'll just be satisfied with bottom. Pingvin just makes into the trees.
This
This is a
TP's
big
coming in, a
rotation.
perfect fissure. Rise keeps him out. The heal wasn't there in time from the IO, and now Pasha in a little bit too deep. He's still got his armlet available, wants to try and TP out with the armlet turned on by the Echo Slam from Rise. It was triggered, but Oracle was the one to throw down the nuke that got the kill. For the attack.
Structures are fortified.
Wasn't
Rise
actually
would
the
have been so happy. So much gold. But I think he just a little bit outside the range, and then obviously, I mean, only level 1 in terms of the aftershock and everything, so not gonna be much damage tacked on, just mostly for that attempt at the TP cancel. But that's a big comeback right there. Like, a little bit too deep in there from the pairing. Quick rotations from DB, and they can finally find a way to get this tower down.
When you're 14 minutes in and you could already see a 5k experience swing, you know something has been a little bit askew as far as choices go. Lil, altering himself out. There's another TP coming. He was trying to delay this. The TP is still going to finish, and it's the CK relocate with it. Lil's being initiated on. Esco's right behind. They don't have a roar available. 8 is down for the count. So it's still a 1-for-1 trade-off. But Apo in the middle of this fight will be picking up a lot more, dropping the ulti. It's not enough to kill off Pastor Joe, but at least get rid of his Hawk.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I'm surprised he made it out of there.
Meanwhile, top lane.
Oh, Toby. What is happening?
This is just brute things. Like, the crazy thing is too, because of like, a lot of this can still be brought back to the movement the DB took. Like, the heavy commitment of heroes they dragged down the bottom lane. They left the Broodmother unattended. Now, their supports are already pretty crap at fighting up against the Broodmother. We know that, and their cores are also not as great. But you still allowed the Broodmother to have free reign over the top lane. Hey, you can put it down to drafting error, you can put it down to the fact like maybe they shouldn't have gone for the bottom play or not, but you also can't commit that many heroes to keep shutting down a Broodmother. And, there's no positive point in that. I'm trying to turn a frown upside down about how DB have approached this game, but it's... I don't think they actually had like a really good choice, but they just chose the lesser of two evils. Which was to try and gank the CK and deal with the Broodmother later.
Yeah, again, it's just another great, you know, pick near the end of the draft for Polarity.
Whilst running in close.
Oh, ace.
There's a relocate coming as well, so even with this smoke maneuver, the kick from Lil is perfect. He turns on the Magnetite. They can't do anything. Now the Roar finally will come with the Broodmother. They commit the Echo as well, but Pasha, he's in the middle of this fight. They've already taken down the Jaraka, but Pasha needs to armor toggle the relocate. Oh, it pulled him out. Just in the nick of time, they'll follow through with a kick. Noya will drop, pings on the run. Afro won't get stunned up by the fissure. These Necrobooks might keep chasing him down. And they just kick Afro forward. Team play, the second orb will kill him off. And 4 heroes are lost for DB. Losing only the Broodmother after what was a smoke initiation from DB. Polarity brought in the cavalry very quickly.
Oh man, I would be just like so salty at that relocate. It was the last possible moment for Pasha to get out of there. And again, Rise can't quite find anything with that Echo Slam. Like, he gets in there just as the Broodlings are dying anyway, so then it just ends up being like kind of a solo, like, last second thing. Wasn't able to try and commit it on top of maybe the Chaos Knight and try and get something working with that. just such few options for them that if they're not operating like fully perfectly from DB, it's just near impossible to win these fights. I even like the way Ace maneuvered when the relocate came in. Like they started a group, they went in as just 5 to try and fight before the 2 cores had, well, I'm calling Io a core, before the CK and the Io actually rolled on in, but the Veil even wasn't enough from Pingvin.
It's rough, man. Afo's gonna come for another play. As,
he's Atos.
Well, he's got the Atos. He's also right underneath that sentry ward. Relocate again. Ace exploded. They'll move up for Neuer. He's orking it up, so he had no other way to save his teammate. And that's a Radiant sentry up there, isn't it?
Oh, I actually thought it was a dire one too. Yeah, it is.
Just like a lacket on top of each other. You keep losing your gyrocopter. This damage output just is never arriving. He actually had the rest of he's got the rest of his Yasha on the courier. They didn't even get any of the swaddlings. Attacking through top again. This top tower is already at 2/3 of his life.
Structures are fortified.
And then they have to fortify to protect the tier 2 tower on bottom lane. This is something which Polarity love to exploit. Team Spirit's been doing it a little bit as well. Where these CKs, like, you just turn Armlet on, and then you create a whole bunch of phantasms and send them at towers. That's it.
Yeah, they can't even kill them. I mean, they still just walk themselves away and top lane at the same time. You just have the Broodmother going in and pushing on that tower. And last game, we talked about how they had the Ursa for Polarity, and it was like, well, the only way that DB can get back into this is they make some awful play at the Roshan and go for it early, but this game, they have all the tools to do it. They have an OD, like most teams try and go for it around the 15-minute mark with the OD, but Polarity, once again, just reading the game and saying, we don't need to put ourselves in that position. That's the way they can come back. They have an Earthshaker, they have Zeus, they have Gyro. Like, the potential for the 5-man wipe is there.
Yep.
But
so just
no
keep
opportunity.
Finding the 1-2 picks. That's all. You got a Blink Dagger and an Earthshaker for exactly that. Like, he's gonna stone and kick DB back into his team.
Nice little BK pickup too. That's pretty much the last tower down for certain, I would say. They can start closing those out with it.
What was the time he finished his armlet and drums?
I don't even know. I mean, there's no way it could have been faster than the Ursa last game though. Like, that was mega farmed.
This though is just, like, he's sitting 11k net worth 19 minutes into the game. You got like, if it wasn't for that small little hiccup around the 13-minute mark, everything else would have been pretty much the way of Polarity. Even those early kills which happened on the top lane, like, what does it even really mean? Like, it happened, but you look at the experience bar, it doesn't really change much at all. Now the initiation's there, Raw on Chaos Knight, so at least they waste a little bit of time of his BKB. He'll stun and then instantly just cleave up Hester Joe. The Zeus ulti is doing some serious work, not to mention all the nuke damage they had. Now this is finally the first good fight coming in the way of DB. They keep their gyrocopter alive through it. Pasha still wants to fight. And a 4-second stun over on the Zeus. Some of that will be delayed by Ryze's Echo Slams, the OD. He's down for the count. And now up comes Phantasm. Pasha sending his illusions over, but he was still stunned up. They lose their entire team to DB. Polarity. What did we say? What did we say? They should not give DB.
Yeah, I mean, that was crazy. I can't believe they didn't even have the false promise on top of the Zeus. It was on the gyro. Like, I was thinking, I saw so much damage coming out, I thought he was just in the middle of them all, like, false promised up or something, getting off every last bit, but he even gets to survive through it. That saves a false promise for Ace, lets him tear through the fight, up close and personal, while those statics all flying out from the Zeus, and he goes down at the end, but massive fight for DB, and that Earthshaker so close to the blink. If only he was the one to get that last kill.
I cannot believe that Polarity actually went in like that and gave him this. Yeah, DB worked nicely for it. Now Ace is dead. So a lot of that work kind of goes down the drain when you do that. Burns another drum charge. Dead for a minute.
Yeah. I mean, that whole fight was completely set up because of Hester Joe, and like, it's so hard to do this, but they bought the gem. I mean, you want to get more levels in your Necro book, but when you're down this far and you're against the Broodmother, they were able to clean up their entire jungle. They got rid of all the wards from the Radiant side, make sure there's nothing in there, and that does make it a little bit more difficult for Polarity to try and avoid those big 5v5 fights, because they can't be certain as to where everyone's going to be. So I kind of like to see the same thing come out from them, honestly, on the side of Polarity. Like, someone just shell out for the gem, counteract that vision. You know you're the by far the superior team in terms of overall net worth right now, so do that, and then head in for the Roshan, now that you've actually been contested.
Cool. Is that a level... Yeah, it's level 2 Necro book. BKB is going to take a lot longer for Gyrocopter thanks to that death of his. Rise is now 50 gold away from his... Now he's actually got his Blink Dagger. This is the playtime. There's so much farm there as well. Lord Chuzen, Axe, everything you've got. You've killed like 2 spiders so far. Aya's gonna go for a Yule Scepter build. Looks like Pasha is now, like, he's going into the Manta. He just decided to get the BKB up a little bit earlier thanks to all the magical damage. Still a huge props as well to Hester Joe in that last fight. The perfect raw time. BKB triggers, Io arrives with the CK, and he's basically going to sit there for such a huge duration of his 10-second BKB.
Yeah, that was huge. That was a really big play by him. Like, if they don't get that roar off, totally.
Yeah, then the fight's over. Like, there is no more fight if he doesn't get that roar off.
Yeah, he was heading right into the Zeus too. Like, Penguin would have been just gone.
Yep.
And now he's up to Blink Aether Lens, so a lot harder for him to track him down.
Looking for a new pickoff. These Spiralings are creeping themselves forward. Sentry Ward let them see a lot of it. Fissure and Axes, they just keep getting a little bit of extra money, and bit by bit. It's not going to repair what is a 10,000 gold deficit, however, because DB now are grouping up too many on the top lane. They're waiting for Polarity to try and take another fight. They want to fight themselves because they've got that Blink Dagger over on the Earthshaker with Echo Slam level 2 up and running. Like, they want to try and take a fight. The issue is Polarity are playing the split game. Goodbye, Io.
Yeah.
That's not what they wanted. That really is not what they wanted. Because the Brew's now going to go in and finish the tier 3 tower.
Yeah, I don't know about this. How many do they have to leave to take this? Maybe not that many if they get fast enough.
They don't have enough damage for that. Like, Zeus will defend the top, but that also means that Zeus isn't part of this fight. He can TP to the tier 2 tower, but yeah, here he comes.
Oh,
the initiation's already started. That kick from Lil, a little bit too far out because the Blink was able to actually save Rise, but Ace with 4 seconds done and a whole bunch of Phantasm units behind it. Hester Joe gets destroyed by the OD. Ping will arrive, but the fight's already over. You've already lost your 2 cores. Something got grab and go, but Rise tries to turn around with a huge Echo Slam. The BKB is still up for the CK, so he'll get some revenge. Io will come back to the fight. The reality is Neuer. Neuer is most definitely dead right now, no matter how many more Purifying Flames he wants to throw on the top of himself. Relocate finishes in 2 seconds time. But they'll leave Pasha behind him, but Pasha, yep, finished the job that way. But up on top lane, you just lost your tier 3 tower and your range racks as well, because the Brood was never involved.
And now Pasha, he just needs that IO. It's like, hurry up. I don't want to get like, I don't want to like armlet toggle into a stomp or something and die here. Because he's only 1 hero, but either way. They should be able to clean this one up nice and softened for them. No chance of rotation. And man, Rise, that fight actually could have went really poorly for Polarity and almost did near the end there, but Rise having to go for the defensive blink, just putting on that big old cooldown. Couldn't find the nice timing for himself. And did they ever shred Ace quickly too?
Yeah. He's got no life on him. But the part of his BKB which he bought was the Ogre Club. And the Metal Hammer. He hasn't got the rest of. He doesn't have any of these items on him. So for the 2.6k of net worth, which he does have on his name, you basically got to put him down to the Earth Spirit point because he's not using any of his items.
Haste.
Which makes CK, who's Mr. almost 16k net worth, a hell of a lot stronger.
Yeah, once this BKB's up for Alpha Ninja, they can just kind of go for the push. Oh, even the Manta as well. Oh, jeez.
They have an Observer Ward. They could just relocate for a quick kill. Gets him back onto the lane. Yeah, they sentry and now they realize where the obs is. Not worth it anymore. With all the BKBs up, how is DB actually meant to inflict damage? You look to a Gyrocopter with Black Cannon, but he doesn't have a damage shielding item. There's no like ancient stacks as well, which has been able to take.
Yeah,
like,
it comes down to big plays from Hester Joe with his boars, Rise of the Fishers, and then of course the Roar in the end. That's really all they have to do it. Try and kite them out, but of course, mega long durations currently. As must be what, 7? Oh, it's still only actually 8 seconds for Pasha, and then of course the fresh 10 now coming out here for F and Ninja.
It's kind of like impossible to do that though. Like the combination you're looking for is actually like Veil of Discord and multiple heroes into an Echo Slam from Rise. Only then will they really have enough damage that Polarity will be shaken and probably lose the fight. But if you Veil of Discord, then BKB's trigger. Like all 3 cores right now from Polarity have a BKB. This is just like, that right there instantly says that you can't, technically you can't win a fight unless you catch Polarity out with the initial Blink Echo Slam. And then Zeus triggers his damage, and then the raw control and cooldown comes in. And now they're going to get some information. Lil blinks forward, gets the kick, and Jara Copter triggers the BKB, lets the cooldown go. The Astral Imprisonment is going to go on the CK, taking him out of play, actually isolating the CK and bringing Rise in for the Echo Slam. But while they're fighting and the Aegis Immortal is triggering, that Broodmother's still taking out the top lane, and Pasha, all they gotta do is keep him down here. Hester mopped up pretty quickly. The OD Imprisonment took Neuer out of the fight. He has to ulti himself. Pingwing, he cannot get himself out in time. There's the OD ulti. Ace will drop as well. The top rack has already been completed, and they'll move in with a huge army of Spiderlings, the Manta and Phantasm Illusions here of CK. They have to take the tier 2 tower first, however, but then they'll go for the tier 3. Yeah, this is dead.
Oh man, yeah, nice stuff there.
Is Phobos
from DK Phobos.
He literally wants to try and solo kill Rise.
I'm surprised they're even still in this, but maybe the Zeus from the static deal can force them back.
Well, he jumps up for Phobos. Now BKB. Orchid. TPs are coming over. Phobos, yeah, you can't kill that. You have to run out. His BKB expands in 1 second time, but he can't walk over the hillside because he's getting attacked. And now, well, the IO has to help him out. The Raw from Messenger will create a little bit of space, but the reality uprights. Ghosted protects him for the moment. And the rest of Polarity trying to retreat. Pasha needs to be able to armor toggle with the kick. He's going to be able to do so. He's also got his man to back up again. Gonna trigger it quickly, send the illusions back over. Armless again, the BKB's back off cooldown. Pingwing, well, Afro's going to imprison him. He'll die himself, but when he comes out of this, they've still got the protection that was there from the False Promise. Too many heroes from Polarity just dying for no real reason.
Yeah, I don't even know why. Like, he went back in. I thought he was at least going to pop the BKB from Pasha, but he didn't even go for that. So he just ends up dying to Zeus. All right. Thanks for the freebies. 5,200 gold. You know, no big deal. Just let us all respawn and come out and kill you.
That really is all that is. The teamfight recap is only 3 heroes. And the swing is actually 6.7k in total. 7k worth of experience, but you think like how much of a dent did that make? You see how much they gain from everything else. Like the graph only drops by about 2-3k on both gold and experience. Hence where teamfight recap doesn't take everything into account.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find all these webs now. You can see Brood. I think I know where she's going next. The mid lane being completely blanketed up here. So I guess we kind of fall back onto the next Aegis. About 3 minutes away. And again, though, the more that DB push out from their base, the more space you give to the Broodmother the split push. And then if you try and go back for it, obviously that's when the relocates are going to come in and start picking you apart. So they still have to be very cautious right now. The benefit is that you have to know there's not much defensive vision right now for Polarity.
He'll blink deeper in. He'll boulder further. Avoids the cooldown. He's still in the tree line. So goes Wrath will give the reveal. And he needs to get out of here. He's got another rolling boulder available. Tries to break through the tree line. They're just hunting in the trees. They will find the pick-off. Nothing too big had to be expended there, like cooldown as well as Thunder God's Wrath. Maybe Thunder God's Wrath has the longest cooldown of all.
Dire's middle tower
And their tier 3 tower in mid may also be lost. They have fortification and they're not triggering it yet. With the illusions coming in from CK, that's not his Phantasm either. That must be Illusion Room plus Commander style.
Yeah, he's also building right into the heart right now. So if you thought these were difficult to deal with currently.
Is under attack.
Oh, they lost their gem, did they? Oh, they need to buy another one. That's too bad for Rise. He does already have the Ghost Scepter, though, and that was big during that last fight, too.
It's still a Polarity. Polarity actually stuck around so long trying to find those kills, trying to save their own teammates. Like that fight where they gave out like multiple heroes, like all they had to do was just let the Broodmother die. Just accept the fact that DK Phobos attempted a kill and it backfired on him. But they tried to get him out.
Yeah.
And now Phobos has an Assault Cuirass. Scythe of Vice is now 1300-ish gold away for the OD, and the CK has a full heart. So this armlet will now be permanently turned on.
It's surprising this hero doesn't get more attention.
CK?
Like, yeah, and Polarity have already shown it without
last
IO.
Week,
but...
you should check the stats for this after the game. Last week, I think this guy's been played at, like, banned or picked in like 50% of games. I wouldn't be surprised if it was as close to that.
Yeah, definitely. Like when I look at these EU games, for sure, like he's all over the place.
Yeah, true. He may not have appeared in the Chinese scene yet.
No.
But it's definitely a CIS specialty. And here they go again. Illusions, walk in, hit range rags, do a little bit of damage which cannot be repaired. Spiders, walk in, hit range rags, do a little bit of damage which cannot be repaired.
And every little push too. It's just making them more and more grouped up in the base, giving more and more space to Polarity as we're about to get the Aegis timing now. 231, another late spawn here for the side of DB.
Oh, what a pain in the ass. DB at least can look for it. They've got the Hawk out over the pit at the moment. And they've got the Dire Observer Ward on the front part of the pit. What do you want to do with your Polarity? Like, you can keep doing this. Like, this is reminiscent of like the old PLs with SDs. You make copies and copies, and then just send them at Raxus, and bit by bit you will be taking out a building without risking any real heroes.
Oh jeez, Toby, stop! You're gonna make me sick.
Ah,
I can't go back to that.
Already held a little bit inside the back of my mouth just then too.
The good old days, right? You know, just
Illusion Siege, Illusion Siege, Illusion Siege, Illusion Siege. Is really any kind of peril? No one.
And Pasha's like gonna get a call from PETA or something out of this game. These boars. Rift after rift. No mercy.
Lil gets to push in the top lane. Afo hasn't left the bottom, the other three just hang around in mid. And they wait for Roshan. The Earth Spirit, look at this little illusion sitting inside the pit. Watching that, getting the Beastmaster Hawk out. Maybe that's something too which Polarity could be looking a little bit closer at. So Overboard up on this cliffside on the bottom lane. They can see in. At the same time, like, look at him now, just going to mid again. This range ranks eventually will die. Eventually.
Yeah, they've been doing a good job with that Hawk previously. The IO was doing like the spinning spirits up above, just trying to make sure that they got the kills on it, so. You are correct though, there is no observer, and so even if they place one now, they won't be quite certain as to where the old bird will be hanging out, so they just got the courier scouting it for now.
Just gonna say, Hawk would kill a flying chicken.
That should be the only thing in the game. Actually, that'd be so broken if it could attack couriers. Just sit it in the mid lane early on.
That'll be fine. Smoke river from DB, so they're expecting the Roshans up in a moment, so they want to come out and try and fight. Afo, wow, he blinked forward to try and kill off a Hawk, and he'll lose his life for the relocate save is not quick enough there from the IO. So now he also has to come back to that relocate position. The mid-ranks, however, is going down to Illusions. And DB, for all of the kills they got, they need to get that IO as well, and they will be able to claim him.
Right,
no.
Yeah, why are you even hanging around here right now? This is like what happened before.
Yeah, he should be pushing in top lane. Like, you get momentum in through the top lane. You've still got your own tier 1 towers up. Like, you've got fortification galore. Now they should get the stun over on Pasha, but Phobos initiates on Rise using his BKB. That was his 9-second BKB charge gone. And without that, DB are going to feel so confident just to slip themselves in and take Roshan. But then again, where is their damage dealer? Alright, now the Gyro is arriving. Finish the Monkey King buff for this. They need to give him the Aegis. They need the insurance on this Gyrocopter.
I mean, yes, like, where's DK Phobos? Like, this top lane's just pushing in for free up here, but they were just kind of kidding around in mid instead.
Being
So they
sent
can
back
just
to
send
drop.
Zeus.
Dire's middle tower.
Penguin can hold this middle lane.
Lil?
You just have a crack at that?
Yeah, he just blinked in.
Oh, the roar comes out from Mr. Joe. The BKB has been expended by Ace, and they're going in for him. They're actually going to burn the Aegis Immortal already. The double kick from Lil is perfect on Neuer and Rise. They can't help out anymore. Ace, he got no extra heals from Neuer, and Neuer's going to pop. There goes your Aegis Immortal finally. Meanwhile, the middle lane is still having some damage, which can be repaired, but they go again. The OD imprisonment. They kicked him over, so Afro could get the control on Rise as she brought him in range to go for the Echo Slam, but if he triggers it now, he could have actually killed off Lil, but that would be all. There's no buyback available for the ES, no buyback for the Gyrocopter. And they're coming Polarity, they're coming for that mid-rax.
Man, Lil's such a player. Just hangs around at like 50 HP, scouting out, trying to find the Earthshaker and successfully stopping the blink just as they were going for that, like coming up on the Aegis from Ace. Just nicely done.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
That really even shouldn't have been possible. CK is taking bottom lane by himself. Well, not really by himself. He's got a couple of copies of himself. And OD, you got that Blink Hex 10 Rod of Atos with BKB protection. He could easily initiate on any hero he wants to. And there is nothing that controls him once that BKB is triggered.
Yeah, one misstep here from either Ace or Penguin, and you gotta imagine there's some big targets. Even the Oracle will be fine because it's kind of the same end result, right? Like someone's getting false promise.
Pasha keeps taking all this damage. Oh, there's your jump in. Hex goes over an Ace. Gyrocopter. 10 in 2 hits and 1 ultimate. Going to set up into the air. False promise is the only thing that's really saving him for now, but he will pop. He has triggered enough heals, and there it is. GG is the call. This game's taking a little bit longer than the first, but the result is still the same. Polarity will end up taking out the series 2-0, following in the footsteps of No Diggity earlier tonight. And that means both the teams advance forward. No Diggity plays up against Team Spirit in the quarterfinals, and we'll have, well, actually Polarity going up against Na'Vi. They are the other matchup in that part of the bracket. We still have another 2 upper bracket round 1 matches coming up tomorrow. It's the same time right here on ESL Jonetta Red's channel, where you'll have ATN going up against F5, and Empire will be playing their game up against AF. The winners of those games play up against VP as well as Vega, who are the other teams. In fact, it's a